Hi everybody, welcome to One Loose String. We're the only D&D podcast hosted by three cis white males. My name is Michael.
I'm Jason.
And I am remembering to say my name, which is Pepper, at the correct time.
Believe it or not, that's the take we're gonna go with, everybody. So
that's our first take. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, no,
the only
first time,
take.
perfect take. Yeah, 100%.
This is the first time we've ever been in front of a camera before. This is the first take we've ever taken ever. So, as some of you will remember, because Jason has already done this, in between our D&D adventures, we have little world building episodes. This is just to give you guys information, and so that these two can give a little bit of information to me as well, so that it's not just me building a world, it's them helping to fill it with ideas.
And things.
The ideas and things. I asked you guys to think up some fun facts as we go through this, so you don't have to have one prepared, Pepper. This isn't a test or anything.
Where's my notes? I made notes for this.
Jason has made 3 pages of information for his fun fact.
One fun fact.
You
3
look-
pages.
You were
Yeah.
now. This is a peek behind the curtain, everyone. Michael asked us to have something.
Yeah.
He did. He said he was
did.
going to do this, and here I am being
did.
completely caught off guard. Still.
All right, so let's get started. So how should we do this? Do you guys want ask me a question about this place? How about ask me some question?
You know, what's the topography we're gonna be encountering here?
Mostly it's gonna be mines and mountainous areas.
What's it called?
You know, that is a good way to start. So the
I thought so.
the place you're gonna go to is known as the Phinic Mines. It is a part of a larger kingdom, but you're only gonna focus on this one little town. It's one little mining community.
Are there goblins?
There are not goblins.
Damn.
This is something that I thought was kind of interesting. I've decided there are no magical animals, so that means D&D animals like centaurs or bugbears, none of that. But there are magical minerals. That's where all the magic comes from in this universe, in this planar area, all from the rocks and the stones that are mined from the mountains.
So is it still predominantly dwarves that are mining it, or is it just like the stereotypical fantasy miner dwarves, or is it something else? Is it like a giant conglomeration of different species?
So in this mining area, there's mainly 2 races. There are dwarves and there are ogres. I believe it's ogres.
Yay! Or orcs.
That's what I'm checking. No, it's ogres. Ogres and dwarves. Intermarriage has recently been allowed between the two, and there's some feelings about that.
I have some as well.
You have some of those feelings? How dare you?
Confusion?
You racist.
On a scale of
No.
on a scale of 1 to 10, how much are Pepper and I gonna stand out?
That's
Yes.
the fun part. There are also elves that live in this world, but they are to the south. So I think they're just gonna assume you're weird-looking elves.
Or that we're space people, Jason.
You could be space people.
I do have blue eyes, like blue glowing eyes.
And I'm
So
me. I kind of look like, to the untrained eye, if an ogre and an elf had a kid.
you know what? If you play it right, you might be able to swing something, because your contact for this mission is
Hey.
actually an ogre.
Hey, look at me. Thinking
Do we
of
know that
things on the
ogre's
spot.
name?
Yes, the ogre's name is Fust, like rust with an F. By the way, I keep looking in this direction because I did all of my world building on my work laptop, so I've got that set up to the side.
Just gotta memorize
All
it.
right,
Come on, you gotta be able to spout these details quickly.
So you guys are going to be meeting with a man named Fust. He is the guild representative for the Miners Guild for this particular town. And you guys are going to be sent in as a representative of the Miners Guild, quote unquote.
I spelled miners
The reason
wrong.
you're being the reason that you guys are being sent in, from your point of view, is they've been the CIE has been noticing a lot of planar energy coming from this particular town. But as well as that, the locals around town have started to be a little perturbed with their guilds, because the guilds keep accusing them of misrepresenting the number of dwarves in the mines. Because once every few weeks or so, they get lists of more people than should be in the mines, but no one has any recollection of these dwarves ever existing. So you're going there ostensibly to check that out, according to the Miners Guild. Do I have any questions about that? Pepper looks like he's thinking.
So
is it
more
all
people are going down in there? Then they're getting the list back that says there are more people down there than anyone remembers, and these extra people just don't seem to exist.
Exactly.
So, who writes these reports?
Well, the people who write the reports are the supervisors who send the miners in. It's basically like an attendance chart. You need to have your name on this chart before you head in, and then you have to check your name off when you leave.
Otherwise,
that's
you don't
basically
get paid
what's
or
happening.
anything. Yeah.
Exactly. But recently, within the past couple months or so, every once in a while they'll get a discrepancy. Someone has checked in that doesn't even exist. So, do you guys have any other questions?
Okay. So is it just the Miners Guild that is like the townspeople have an issue with, or is it all the guilds in general, or are there more guilds that operate?
There are a few guilds. There's the Miners Guild, which is incredibly powerful because they're the ones getting the magical stuff out of the mines. There's also the Guild for the Betterment of Dwarvish Treatment, which is having a bit of... You okay there, Pep?
I just love that.
I like naming things.
It's the Meninist of the Dwarven Society.
I thought you were going to have fun with an acronym for that.
I decided not to go too crazy with the acronyms. So the Guild for the Betterment of Dwarvish Treatment obviously is having... They're getting up in everybody's business because, well, there are dwarves on the list that shouldn't be there. And if people are saying, well, maybe some dwarves are going missing, and so the dwarvish people have to come in and check everything out first. So tensions are a bit high, I'll say. There's also the Blacksmiths Guild, the Toolmakers Guild, the AA, which is the Apothecary Alliance.
Of course. Makes total sense.
And then the Department of Sales and Transport of Holy Relics, which is the department that... They're the department
it belongs in a museum.
No, they're the ones that deal with the gems, the magical gems that come out of the mines once they leave the Miners Guild.
Oh.
Basically, they're the Federal Trade Administration.
Cool. What do these rocks get used for? Is it like an everything sort of scenario? Is it like plastic? Is it like...
So certain rocks can be used for certain things. There certain towns. The town you guys are going to, they specialize in healing magics, because the stones that come out of the mines are crushed up and turned into basically pills, capsules, or mixes to put in water, that work basically like healing potions, greater, lesser, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So in terms of, since we're mentioning like pills and more, I guess, modern ideas of medication, is this a more high-tech world, or is it like a blend of magic has influenced the direction of technology?
So this is this is not a high-tech world by any regards, but it does have some more high-tech things than usual fantasy. They do have trains, for example.
So they have
trains,
like steam power.
It's actually it's magically powered through the coal that's tossed in there, basically.
So it's like there's a magical mineral that's essentially coal.
Yeah. Basically, they use up that mineral to transport the stuff. So yeah, it's not a renewable resource, but it's it's magic. Okay. All magic has a cost.
Yeah.
Are all the gems non-renewable?
Yes. In theory, there will come a time in this world where there will be no magic. Period, because they've run out of reserves of magic. But in practice, it is completely fine because they've just got so much of it. It would be like saying in the Middle Ages, hey, one day we're gonna run out of iron.
Yeah.
It's unthinkable. Let's see. So you guys are going to go meet Fust. He is an ogre, and he is the guild rep for this town, for the Miners Guild. The Guild for the Betterment of Dwarvish Treatment has kind of been on his ass as of late because of all the what's the word, the mistakes when it comes to the check-ins. But similarly to our last mission, it's not your priority to worry about what's happening with those check-ins or the lists or anything like that. Your priority is one thing: find the main source of this planar energy, and if it is something that can be taken, take it back to the CIE.
Okay.
So it's you're there to either retrieve or report on what is happening with all that planar energy.
Do we have a way to track that planar energy?
Ulysses actually smiles a bit when one of you... Who do you think would ask that question? Would that be you, or do you think that's Jason?
That'd be me. 100%. That'd be me. Yes.
Irvin,
I'm a giant
nerd. He smiles a bit. Happy that you guys are starting to get your feet under you.
Don't worry, my eyes are still dead behind the eyes from our last mission.
Not bad, huh?
Very traumatic. That was awful.
And he says, well, yes, of course, you will have a compass. And he reaches into the pocket of his little tunic. Maybe he has a fanny pack. You know what? Ulysses Kaldek has a fanny pack that he wears on his waist, because tunics don't have pockets, especially not metal tunics.
True.
What do you think of that change, Jason?
I think it's going to make art for him very specific.
Yep. If we ever hire artists to make artwork of these characters.
Someone bookmarked this episode as when we discovered that Ulysses Kaldek, the leader of the CIE, has a fucking fanny pack.
I'm imagining
it can be a fantasy fanny pack. It can be
a
fantasy fanny. It could be a
yes, I imagine it's like made out of leather and it has like strings. It's not like a zipper.
It's a bag of holding, but in fanny pack form.
Honestly, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a fanny pack of holding. So he reaches into his fanny pack of holding. Yes.
Do I need to homebrew a magic item for that?
Yes.
No, it's close. It's close enough to a bag of holding. It'll be fine. So he reaches into his fanny pack of holding, like down to the elbow, and he pulls out this small little circular compass. It's silver, and it has the normal north, south, east, west on it, and it's got a needle. But when he hands it to you, Irvin, the needle is just spinning and spinning and spinning.
Well, that makes sense. We're in a different plane. There isn't really
We're on like a
But why?
yeah.
He points to the compass, and he says, "Well, we are in a very special area. The planar energy is all around us because of the teleportation, of course. Once you step foot in the other realm, it will act completely like a normal compass. Pointing rather than north, it will point directly to the planar energy."
Oh, that's super useful. Thank God. Okay.
Let's see. Do I have any more information?
Do we
So
have
Ulysses
like?
said-
Do
Yes.
we have like identities?
We are going to send you to the guild hall to meet with the local guild representative. You can use your own names, but we are sending you in as representatives of the Miners Guild.
Okay.
So we're from a different branch of the Miners Guild, I'm assuming, or like headquarters?
You are from headquarters. You're like an investigator. Most likely.
The Miner Bureau of Investigation, the MBI.
And I'm imagining it's not miner as in someone who mines minerals. I'm imagining miner as in smaller Bureau of Investigation.
Well, we didn't want to send in the Major Bureau of Investigations, the MBI. We wanted to send in the Minor Bureau of Investigations, the MBI.
BI.
But it's a lowercase.
But it's said differently. Yeah, it's
It's a lowercase m for the Of course. You know what? You guys are from the Minor Bureau of Investigation. I'm gonna write that down real quick.
Thank God.
You guys have learned a little bit about this place. Can you guys think of any fun facts you'd want to give me? Like anything like the color of the sky, or the name of the major deity, or anything like that. Anything you want that can add some flavor of your own to this place.
Roctagon, god of rocks.
Michael, I don't know, in the sense of, in the spirit of like cooperation and like as three hosts of a podcast, I don't know if we're allowed to do this, but I vote for veto of that.
I'll allow it, I don't care.
Hold on, I already had
because
a
that's
god of
awful.
Mining. Hold
I
on,
just said the first thing in my head. I also made up the Minor Bureau of Investigation, so I'm fine with this.
You know,
Wait, no, didn't I?
You did.
You said that we were
Pepper
that,
made
but
it
I
up.
changed it to a different thing.
Yes, you
That's
changed it to the
true.
other minor.
That is true.
I accept credit for this bit.
I don't have the I think I named the god of mining like Rutshah or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So do we want it?
No,
Yeah.
I'm fine with whatever you named him.
Okay.
We could have two competing deities of mining, an orcish and a dwarvish.
Actually, that'd be cool.
That's not bad. Okay, so what was that name, Jason?
Roctagon?
Rockagon.
Who's my favorite
Rockagon.
Pokemon? Roctagon or Rockagon?
I'm fine with Rockagon.
I think E. I'm trying to make it sound as not stupid as possible.
All right, so we've got Rockagon.
That's definitely the ogre deity.
That sounds. I'll decide which one it is, but it is a
Fine.
competing one. They'll have very different personalities, and I'll work on that while I'm at work, not doing my job apparently, which is what I've been doing. So, Pepper, do you have anything you want to add to this world?
I'm trying to think of the other deity name now. And I'm looking around my house for inspiration. Wait a minute.
Beer toe.
No, shut up. Kurogina.
Kurogina?
Now, who wants to guess what I just combined to make
Is
that?
it a Corona?
No.
No.
It's not alcohol.
What?
Surprising.
Ooh, look at you. What is it?
Character growth, baby.
Damn, I didn't know we had
it-
character arcs in this podcast.
I combined Keurig and Neutrogena.
Michael, I know we co-host this podcast as 3 people, but can we veto that?
It is the 2 gods, Rakagon and Keurig.
No!
Alright, what was
Damn
that
it,
name?
I specifically changed it. It's Keurigina.
All right. Keurigina. Alright.
No, but I'm imagining that, like, sorcerers in particular have this weird connection to the rocks because they are, like, an innately magical group of people. I don't know how it works. Maybe they have, like, rocks spouting out of their chest or something, or all of their spells come out in the form of a rocky texture.
So what I had in mind more of a...
what's magic like in this world?
Yeah.
So, spells work similarly, but, rather than... There are obviously holy magicians, like clerics and that sort of thing, but every single person from that realm, you guys excluded because you have deities that give you power, or you get your power through science and all that sort of stuff. But people from this world actually have to carry on them some sort of magical stone.
So everybody has to have an arcane focus. That's what I'm thinking of.
Exactly. They need a focus stone, pretty much. They can have a pack of them if they want to have different abilities.
So like a different colored stone or a different type of stone for a different school of magic.
Exactly. As I mentioned, this town you're going to specializes in healing magic simply because the stones inside of the mountain that they live near, they're healing stones. But there are also things like transubstantiation stones, or stones specifically for religious ceremonies, that sort of thing. And the Miners Guild is kind of at the center of all of it. The Miners Guild is the most powerful guild in the entire, like, continent system on this place. The king is the only person with more power than the Miners Guild.
And that's for this continent?
That's for ostensibly this whole world. The Miners Guild is in control of all magic because they control the flow of magic from the mountains to the people.
Interesting.
And
Horrifying.
on top of that, it means you can go and buy magic. You could theoretically, as a non-magical, like,
go in and buy like in this case, instead of a spell scroll, a spell stone of like disintegrate, wholly technically possible.
Exactly. And because it is a natural resource, and because of the way these characters worked, anybody can use magic. It's not delegated only to sorcerers and to clerics and everything. If you are able to get your hands on a specific stone, you can use that stone if you know how to use it.
So there's no innate magic?
No.
Interesting.
Is magic or magical stones, is there like an artificial scarcity going on them? Is like the Miners Guild secretly hiding a stash of like super powerful stones to make the ones that they do release all the more like...
I mean, I'm sure they keep the best shit for themselves.
I mean, yeah.
You are asking important questions that might be answered perhaps in another session. But
okay, cool.
As far as this session is concerned, it doesn't really matter to you. Or at the very least, it doesn't matter to the CIE.
Alright. We're finding a true
Look at you,
resurrection
Jason.
stone.
Look at you, Jason. Fucking thinking of plot hooks.
You're asking up good questions. All right.
Son of a bitch.
Oh
So-
my god, it's almost like I have a degree in writing.
What? From where? All right. So,
I can write, and I don't need a degree. I can write my name.
I can write my name P-E-E-P.
You motherfucker! If you don't stop calling me Peeper, I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna kill
Pepper,
you.
your name is 6 letters, but 2 of them repeat, so it's only like 3 letters.
Peeper.
I have 3. I have 3 letters to my name. God damn it!
You do. You use them well. So,
I hate you, Michael.
So, what we have so far is... So what we have so far for you guys is you guys are being sent to this mining town to investigate an unnatural amount of planar energy. You know that for some reason there's been a discrepancy when it comes to the checklist for entering and exiting the mines. And you guys are going to be representing the Miner Bureau of Investigation. So, do you have any further questions?
No. I don't think so.
Not really.
I have a fun fact.
What's your fun fact?
My fun fact is that there are some scientists in the world that are trying to basically embed rocks into creatures.
I'm gonna real quick just put that in there.
Trying to create their own innate magic.
So, are they trying to create innate magic into animals, or are they trying to create synthetic magical stones?
They're trying to... Ideally both, but right now they're just trying to embed the rocks in people and beasts. Well, first beasts, and then people. That's the idea.
Okay.
I would like
and
to
as far as
imagine-
synthetic stone, I'm sure everyone's thought of that, because if it's a diminishing, or if it's a resource you gotta mine, if you could make your own, you could fuck the miners' guilds right up.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
But
I'd like to
I don't know if
imagine
anyone
that
would
there
think
is
of that.
like a natural society of like actual rock people that are the only innately magical creatures in this world, but they have been lost to time and have cloistered away in some ancient mountain that nobody has even begun to mine yet.
Well, there are rumors of giants to the north. So perhaps that could be involved somewhere there.
Stone giants, got it.
Or it's like
I should specify.
There's a race of like earth. There's a race of like earth giants and like earth genasi that are specific to this realm.
So I should specify the place you're going is temperate. It's fine. It's average temperatures. And what you're going into is basically this belt of mountainous area around this continent. Below this mountainous belt, there are forests, and to the north there is an icy tundra, and then surrounding it there's ocean, as all land is. But so basically, to the north you've got rumors of giants in this icy area. To the south you've got elves in the woods. And in the center, you've got dwarves and ogres. And as far as they're concerned, and as far as they know, that's everything in existence. That area right there.
Ooh. So they haven't even like done ship travel to like go to other places.
Not really. I mean, why would they? They have everything they need. They've got the mountains to give them their protection, to give them their magic. They've got plentiful food in the forests, and they've got the snow up top keeping them from, traveling that far. Okay. Any more questions?
No, but I'm writing something down.
You're writing something down?
We're gonna make
I
them
like this
closer.
a lot.
Bringing
That's
them a
good.
boat.
All right, last chance for questions, and then I think we're good.
Yeah, I've got nothing.
Nothing? Nothing for you, Pep?
Nope. Sorry, I'm typing.
Not a problem. All right, so next time you guys see us, we're going to be going into this world. Well, specifically, their characters are going into this world, and I am going to be the god of this realm.
It scares me, Jason.
Yeah.
So, you guys, we'll see you next time. Once again, I'm Michael.
I'm Jason.
Oh God, you did it while I was sipping. I'm Pepper.
And this is One Loose String. We'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.